or something. Anyways, I wanted to get started and talk about um Krishan's apology to Jaden and Carlissa. First of all, I don't even think that the apology was meant, like meaningful. I don't think she really meant it. If anything, she only does things to manipulate. If anything, I know she's dying to get to California, and she's dying to get, especially now that Blueface is gonna be out. She wants to go back there, and you know, I don't even know. She's just a freaking weirdo. I wouldn't trust anything that Krishan does or says. She's an evil monster, and I think it's hilarious. That her little fans sit there and believe and eat anything she does and says. It's just super funny to me that anybody would even think that she's a reliable person to believe anything that she says. Um, let's just say we know she's a liar. We know she's a compulsive liar, a habitual liar. That chick is an embarrassment. She's a neglectful mother. She's the piece of shit. And I mean, what else can we say? She's a home wrecker. She's everything. And I hate for people to sit there and say, oh no, but it was never Jaden Man's. Hello. He was with Jaden for a long time before, this unstable creature came along, and she's oh my gosh, she's an embarrassment. Like, she seriously is a black widow. She's seriously started squatting in Blueface's house. First of all, she broke in, stole his car, did all kinds of shenanigans. Like, who does that? Hello, you were in a freaking show. The show was done filming, it was done and over with, and what do? You sit there and linger around and break in and wait, hiding in the pantry. Like, everything she did was unhinged. Everything about her was unhinged. Like, who can even respect anybody like that? I could never respect anybody like that, especially a mother like her. Like, she doesn't care about Junior. She doesn't give a damn about him. Look at Junior. He's already gonna be 2 years old, and he has no milestones that he's met. He has not done anything. He hasn't gone forward in anything. Like, it is hard to see him struggle, and poor kid, he can't even breathe right. He's always, congested or something. Like, I don't know. And it seems like he has like no energy. You know why? Because the bitch don't feed him. She really doesn't feed him. She does not feed him. What does she do? Always just give him that little 4-ounce bottle of milk or formula or whatever. And she doesn't give it to him always. Like, I just feel like she just sits there and tries to. I think she's just like slowly waiting for him to pass away. I honestly think she's trying to sacrifice him. She's trying to sacrifice him because that's the type of person she is. She does voodoo, she does evil stuff, she's a freaking demon. Like, look at all the people she's unalived. Ronnie was her third person. The only difference was that this time she didn't really do the deed. She had somebody else do it for her. She had Quayle do it for her. But we all know that she's responsible for what happened, to Mr. Vasquez, and for what happened to that lady in Baltimore. What was her name? Marilyn. We all know what she did. We all know that she's not no victim. She does evil things, and then her fans sit there and worship her like she's some freaking, like, what is wrong with you people? Like, I'll never understand how y'all sit there and worship somebody like that. Like, she's just so evil. I'll never understand. Like, it is sickening to think that a person like that could ever, I don't know. And then what she did to Ronnie this last time was just, it was just disgusting. But the truth is going to come out. Everybody knows she's a CI. Everybody knows the truth about her, and I cannot wait till she goes to prison. It's going to be that day is going to be a great day. Trust me, because she needs to pay for all the people that she's hurt, all the things that she's done, and I hope her fans can stop being delusional and stop worshiping this evil freaking demon, because she's no good. And then you know what she did? This last thing that she's done, she really went and tried to get Blueface implicated in freaking Ronnie's unaliving. She really did. Blue doesn't know that yet. Blue doesn't know this yet. But she really did. She really went and talked to the freaking cops and tried to tell them that, that he was um whatever, that he had done the deed or whatever, that he had been involved in sending people over there. But the truth is that it was her who sent Quail over there. He was all fanned out over her, and because he's a freaking weirdo. But everybody knows the truth already, and I know the cops are getting everything together, and it's gonna be sooner than later that freaking witch goes to jail. I'm just gonna say this now, like, it's gonna be a fun day, the day that she gets what's coming to her, because isn't it funny though that everybody, all her friends, everybody has turned their back against her. Everybody, she burns bridges left and right. Nobody likes her. Like, people will sit there and talk to her for a little bit, and then they find out the type of freaking demon that she is. She's evil. Only a person like that, that's as evil as her, could do the things that she does. Like, to neglect your son the way that she has, and to sit there and lie and say that you care about him. Yeah, you care about him. Okay, yeah, sure. Is that why you don't feed him? Is that why the poor kid doesn't have no freaking energy to do anything? It breaks my heart to even. I just cannot believe that CPS hasn't stepped up. And this chick is not in no probation or nothing. That's all freaking cover up. She's a freaking, she's a confidential informant. It's just funny. But her day is coming and it's over, because then people are done messing with her. Her, it's already a done deal. And what's sick is that people don't even see all the things that she's done, but she's told on a few of Blueface's friends. She's already snitched on a few people. What Blue doesn't know is that she tried to really get him implicated in Ronnie's thing. Like, that is just sick. Like, how can you say you love somebody, but then you're gonna go and do that? And all because you're mad at him, trying to get him more time just so he doesn't come out and not be with you, just because you're bitter because he's over there being with other girls. Like, did you really think you were the only one? No, he told you this from the beginning. That's why I don't even think that, she was never no main chick. She was never no freaking. She could never be Jaden. As much as she hates on Jaden, she wishes she was, even half the woman that Jaden is. Like, what do you have to show for yourself? You sit there and say, "Oh, I made all this money. Look at me, this and that." Where is it at? Where is it at? You don't have no fuck. You don't have a car. You don't have your own home. Your kid doesn't even have a bed. Doesn't even have no toys. For Pete's sake, poor Junior has been wearing the same clothes for I don't know how long. His pants look like darn capris. Like, come on now, get him some new clothes. It's just sad. And what's sad is that, you can't even count on none of her family to step up for Junior and be there for him and do stuff for him. Because when you really think about it, none of her family are good people. All her family has CPS cases. Every single one of them. Well, no, scratch that. The only one that don't is Tasiki. Tasiki is is the best one out of all of them. Because the Malones, it's just sad. It's just really sad. But let's just hope that, you know, um, if somebody does step up and save Junior, let's just hope that it's somebody like, like a good family that will actually love him and care for him. But at this point, like, you can't even think of anything, because for Junior to make it, he has to be away from her, away from that family, because I just think that Krishan doesn't care. She just doesn't care. She's never cared. It's all competition to her. It's all about, I don't know. I just think, let's just pray for Junior and hope that whoever adopts him or whoever steps up and becomes his family in the future, actually does for him and actually will help him. I don't know. I just can't see how a mother could actually do what's been done to Junior. You know, um, he's he's already going to be 2 years old, right? And with his condition, if somebody would have stepped up right away and gotten him help, he could have had a normal life. And instead of doing and stepping up and doing what a mother's supposed to do, she sits there and is. I just don't really think she cares. Because the way she looks at it, I feel like she's slowly letting him. I feel like she's gonna slowly let him pass away, and in the end, she's gonna, get online and be a victim. Be like, oh my god, I think that's the only reason she's been trying to have Carissa come around, because he's gonna say, oh, oh my god, I shouldn't have trusted her. Oh my god, and her fans, her delusional fans are gonna be like, oh my god, you shouldn't have. It was her. Oh my god, I could already hear it. Oh my god, I could already freaking hear it. And she's gonna be victimizing herself and saying, "Oh yeah, oh, I'm such a victim, oh." Brother." It's like, you know, she's so washed up. And what's funny is that she doesn't even see that her little 15 seconds of fame are done. They're done. She's never gonna come up and be the same person she would. What's sad is that she could have really become something of herself if she wasn't so selfish. You know, and you know something, if she actually got her shit together and got Junior the help that he really needs, I would be rooting for her. I would be like, oh, that's what's up. She's really doing what she's supposed to do. But I still wouldn't like her because I still think she needs to pay for what she's done. And, with the unalivings, with, unaliving Mr. Geronimo, unaliving Miss Marilyn, and then, now being involved in Ronnie's unaliving. That's three unalivings that she was involved in. Two of them by her own doing, she was the one who did it. And Ronnie's, she's the one that set that up. But I just can't wait till she goes to jail for that. And like, it's not that I don't like Krishan from the beginning. It's not that I didn't like her. I try to give her a chance and everything, but how can you like somebody that doesn't care for their own kid? Like, I cannot respect you if you're a piece of shit person, piece of shit mother. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I've seen cats be better mothers than this fucking bitch. Like, I cannot respect that. That's just. And then her fans sit there and bash, Jade, and call her all these names, and sit there and bash her and try to drag her when the girl doesn't even do anything to them. Like, let her be, for Pete's sake. Everything she's done is to better herself. She has her own home, she has her own car, she has her own everything, and her kids are always clean and kept. Journey's so smart; she's already counting and doing all this stuff. Javon, like, come on, like, both of those kids are always clean. She always feeds them. She cooks. She cleans. Her house is, immaculate. The girl's always clean herself. Like, what? I don't understand how people can hate on that. Like, what's there to hate on? And when she was cool with Krishan, when they linked up that one time, what you guys don't get is that she was trying to give Krishan, the benefit of the doubt, because the reason that she got so mad at Blue that day was because of what Krishan told her. when she went to go help her, when meet up with her, whatever, to give her a ride or whatever she was doing, Krishan started telling her all this stuff like, oh my God, he was texting me and looking this and that, started showing her messages and all this and that. So of course, you know, and I understand why Jaden was upset. She probably was like, this motherfucker, like, how dare him. And it's completely understandable. So of course she's gonna be upset. And of course that's why, she got on her side and was like, you know what, F him. And she started, she chilled with Krishan and she was like all cool and peace with her. And hold on guys. Okay, I'm back. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. Um, I need to go get some Benadryl. Um, family duties. Love you guys. I know it's a short live and it was all over the place because I'm still trying to figure this thing out. Whatever. But I love you guys. Hopefully, you guys will rock with me so I can start doing some more lives. But bear with me because I'm still trying to figure this whole damn thing on. And honestly, I don't even know why I'm not on the freaking screen because I thought I would be up on the screen. I don't know what the hell's going on with my computer. Um, but hopefully I can figure it out for the next live. That way I can be on screen talking to you guys and you guys can see me. Me looking all real on here, whatever. Even though my hair's a mess right now. Um, but I'll be on screen. Love you guys. Till next time.